Okay, so my name is Dalibor Szegho. I'm from Slovakia. Who am I? Let's say I'm a Magic player, but also an organizer and also a council member. I like this game, and that's why I play it, and also the format. So I started playing Magic with Fallen Empires, which means like 23 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I'm old. And I played always in Bratislava, in the capital city of Slovakia, and currently in Cloudpost, which is a really good store. So I play 5-color Reanimator, which I play like for the last 3 years, and I just tweak it a little bit all the time. My deck is, what I expect of this meta today. I didn't change my deck regarding of the meta because I didn't think I didn't have enough information. I believe what will be played. All I knew was that there will be a lot of blue played, but based on this, I will not make any change to my deck. And my deck is probably best against aggro decks. Any aggro decks, burn or whatever creatures. And the problem that I already met is in the first round I met Grixis control, so it's like blue-black control decks are problematic. So as I said, my deck is 5-color Reanimator. Being a 5-color means in fact it's a 4-color except white, and the only white card is Enlightened Tutor, which makes the deck kind of work also as an Oath deck. The only other white cards are some creatures, which I usually just reanimate. Of course, it happens sometimes that you get to a lot of mana and you play them, which I have only one white dual land, but I have also some lands that produce all colors of mana, specifically the Forbidden Orchard and City of Brass and Mana Confluence and Gemstone Mine. So I'm kind of able sometimes to also produce double white or something like that. Other than that, the deck is basically a Reanimator / Oath / Dark Depths combo, which is based on the high volume of tutors, not just typical tutors like Demonic Tutor, but also some land tutors like Crop Rotation and Sylvan Scrying, and that's for the lands, and the rest are kind of typical Reanimator tutors like Entomb and Buried Alive. For Buried Alive I play a combo of or kind of combo with the Anger Trench Gorger, which can win you instantly, immediately, and the rest is kind of I believe a typical Reanimator stuff, where you have a disruption, mana efficient disruption, which means 1 mana or even let's say 0 mana discard spells. Then you have some draw discard outlets. I chose to play only the kind of the best ones. There is also the flexible Izzet Charm, which serves like 3 ways. You can kill a Death Red Shaman, you can draw 2, discard 2, or counter something. Other than that, I have some disruption in counter spells. Again, the basic thing of this deck is like I choose only the mana efficient discard spells, counter spells like Swan Song, Stubborn Denial, or Spell Pierce, Force of Will, or Daze. Other than that, there is only the flexible Izzet Charm and Mana Drain. From the reanimation spells, I believe I play the most flexible ones. I didn't choose to play the ones that, except for the corpse stance, I didn't choose to play the other reanimation spells that put your creature into play and then you have to exile them, because they are kind of not so. I don't play creatures that win usually. I mean, I play creatures that don't win immediately, but they do a lot of times something when they come into play. I mean, the idea of the deck is to have as many as possible of these creatures, of these fetis, when that they come into play and destroy something. Since they are fat enough, they don't usually need to destroy creature. That's why I chose these, which destroy non-creature permanents. Other than that, I mean, there are the usual suspects, I believe, of the reanimator. You have Iona, you have Jin Gitexias, you have Griselbrand, and then you have Eleshnorn and two Titans, green and red. For the buried alive, or usually the buried alive, I have the Trenchcorger, and probably the most unplayed in the reanimator is the Resolute Archangel, which I really like because it's very strong against mono red, but it also works very well with Griselbrand. When something like that happens, it's like pretty special moment, I believe, when it digs you back to the game and you can draw again a lot of cards. Titania is there as the probably the most powerful 5 mana creature for the reanimator that can turn the game around. And I believe nobody played or nobody experienced to have it in the play against Emrakul. It's really good. From the flexible cards that can help me stall the game or solve some problems, there are these 3, which are probably, I believe, the best ones. At first I thought when the Assassin's Trophy came, I thought I will just switch it for Abrupt Decay, but at first I tried just to add it, and it worked really well to have 3 of them, also because of the intuition to have 3 destroy artifact enchantment spells. From the draw cards, I count these as draw cards plus Bazaar, but usually Bazaar is a card disadvantage, but these are card advantages in this deck, which Life from the Loam works very well also with the Bazaar itself. So I didn't put into deck lots of draw cards because they usually slow you down at the beginning. So I didn't want to play Ponder or Preordain or something like that. I just wanted to be as aggressive as possible. That's why I also added Lotus Petal and Dark Ritual, which just make this deck crazy fast sometimes when you play first turn reanimation or something like that. From the reanimation spells, I play all the cheap ones except those that I mentioned, and from the high casting cost I play only those 2, Makeshift Mannequin and Living Death, because they are really game breaking and the instant speed of this one is really great. I believe that's it. I mean, other than that, all I can say is that this is really not just reanimator, it's also an Oath deck, which also creatures look like. I mean, I have only the only one that I can miss. All the others are usually really good. I mean, I don't play looters or something like that. Well, there are probably like a few best decks in the format. It's not many, but it's also not just one, I believe. There is probably currently possibly the most like rated deck is Escape Shift, which but I don't believe it's like it is most flexible, most possible to do what it does all the time. But I think, I mean, for example, even for me, this is a good matchup for me, unless it's really control-ish build of the scape shift. Usually, I have no troubles beating scape shift because I have some discard and then I win easily. And but I mean, it's also about the matchups, because you can always meet something that is really bad for you, but I believe all the decks have some bad matchups, and but I mean, from the combo decks, probably this is the best one, the Reanimator. And I mean, I don't count Scape Shift as a combo deck. It's like a mid-range control, either mid-range or control plus combo finish. It's not like a combo is just based on the combo. For me, I mean, I'm usually satisfied with the format because you can always adjust to the format. I'm not like a hater of having a trouble with some cards. I usually, when you play a Highlander, you can play anything you want, so you can even adjust to anything what is played. But I mean, I also believe it can be a little bit better, at least for the mid-range decks. I mean, the mid-range decks are really probably a lot low right now. They are having troubles against lots of other decks, so that's what I mean. I mean, I believe the mid-range should be somehow boosted or something like that. I really don't know. I mean, I'm not like a lover of one card. I don't have a favorite card.
Okay.
Maybe I mean, lately I was very successful in the legacy with Food Chain, so I made myself love that card. But since they banned Decktech and legacy, it's not playable anymore. So. Well, I mean, since I'm kind of an experienced Highlanderian legacy player, nothing really surprised me. Maybe I was just not experienced with the Mausoleum Secrets enough, but it really, I mean, made me think that it's really good in this deck. I mean, even the text on it really screams Reanimator, so it's like that, and it really works like that, I believe.